Hello everyone, welcome. This is Meena from Astroved, and today we have a special guest. Her name is Savitri Vidya. She's a beloved spiritual teacher and healer whose transformational work is recognized internationally. So happy you're here to join us today, and we want to talk about, especially, I know you've been really following this Venus transit. In May and June, we've seen an amazing lineup of astronomical events, especially predicted by the Mayans and predicted to be life-changing. What's up on the astrological docket for June?
Okay. Meena, you're right about this being a really stellar lineup. And many of us have been preparing for weeks and months or even years for this big dream. You know, it really is the big dream to be realized by a big spiritual community. So May, we were preparing for that incredible Sun and Pleiadian alignment during which the photon belt got released and we're all being zapped. I mean, there's just big, big changes, right? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like a preparation, up the ante kind of energy for this upcoming events in June. And basically we have three. On June 4th, we have a lunar eclipse. And then on June 5th and 6th, June 5th being in the US and June 6th morning in Asia, we have the much touted Venus transit, which is a eclipse of Venus over the Sun. And then, of course, on June 20th or 21st, we have the summer solstice. So that's just like wham, 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 the power, right? But any lunar eclipse is very feminine, so we've gotten into that kind of feminine energy. And Venus, of course, is the very epitome of the sacred feminine. And that seems to be what's up in the docket, is that people are literally going to be zapped by Venus as she comes before the Sun, right? So she's the filter, this tiny planet we're going to see, you know, over this massive Sun, the masculine absolute energy. But she will filter that through the goddess energy and bring that onto our earth. And this is really a huge infusion of the sacred feminine energy that's going to be emblazoned or impressed upon the psyche of humanity.
So why is Venus such an attraction to everyone?
Yes, everybody loves Venus. And, I mean, most people know her as Aphrodite, the Western version. You know, we see Botticelli, The Birth of Venus, this voluptuous blonde woman coming out of a shell, right, which is, according to Greek myth, the way she was born. But I think for a lot of us, it is even a deeper attraction because, say, according to Madame Blavatsky, when she talks about the different planets having different spiritual IQs, Venus was always a very evolved planet, whereas our Earth is sort of like under-evolved, you know. So many people actually come from the star of Venus. And for those people, the Venusian attraction is especially strong. And they talk about the 14,000, 144,000 people who came, who answered the call, who came to Earth to be the light bearers and to help, you know, lift Earth from this very dark phase of our evolution to come up. But as I'm studying the issue of DNA upgrading, I'm thinking the 144,000, you see, it's a 12 square, right? 12 to the square root, 12 squared is 144. So this might be talking about, in a more esoteric way, just DNA activation for a critical mass of humanity, which will bring us on to the next level. But people who come from Venus basically recognize one another because there's this incredible simpatico sense of like loving the beauty and the sense of harmony and symmetry.
Who represents Venus in Egypt?
It would be primarily Hathor. Hathor is the goddess with the cow's ears. Remember, we saw her in the Isis temple?
Yes, that would make sense, the cow, because Lakshmi also has the cow as her vehicle.
Yeah, and also, if you notice, in the astrological signs, Venus rules Taurus and Libra, right? And both of them are about values and, Libra is about balancing the values, and Taurus is really about the wealth and everything that we deem as valuable and comfortable in our material life. And look at Merrill Lynch, right? I mean, the bull in Wall Street.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
Midas, the golden a cow, the bull, right, for wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Egyptians, it was Hathor, who's considered another emanation of Isis. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but Hathor is really the goddess of music as well, and sacred geometry and harmony and symmetry. And so we see a lot of those cross-referencing. For example, Dr. Pillai just invoked Sundra Mahalakshmi during the May 20th solar eclipse. And he says that this Mahalakshmi, Sundra meaning truth and beauty, is the super queen of abundance, and she oversees all the 64 Lakshmis. So how timely it is to bring back these icons that represent harmony and symmetry and truth and beauty, because I think that this Venus transit is about that big activation of the heart of humanity.
You were talking about the retrograde period. I wanted to get clarification. Are you saying that reevaluation of value systems right now on a personal and a world level?
Absolutely. This re-evaluation is going on right now. Actually, the Venus retrograde began on May 15th, and it will go on till June 27th, So the actual transit, as well as the lunar eclipse, are all happening within the retrograde period, and that speaks volumes in itself.
Savitri, I want to thank you so much for your time today and your wisdom, and I look forward to talking to you again.
Yes. Namaste. Thank you.